What is up, everybody? It is Guy Smiley here, and this is going to be the beginning of a new mock update. We have, right here, we have that's something I built a long time ago. I have this new Mombasa Police car right here. This is from Halo. It is like the new Mombasa Police Genet. That is what this car is called. It's called the Genet in the Halo games. And this is complete. I already finished this, but it's been sitting around for like a long time. Like, we're talking years. So we're gonna we have this car here, and I want to build a LEGO Warthog. I've wanted to build a Warthog forever now. I started making one a while back, but I never actually got anywhere with it. It was just kind of looking very basic. But yesterday I started building it again, and I think that I might actually have something here. So this is what I have so far here. I have just this little piece right here, and as you can see, it's looking really accurate, I think, to what the shape of the front looks like. I just couldn't get it done previously. I actually have a piece of it left over here from when I tried to build it before, and as you can see, it was just using basic techniques, and it really was not looking very good because it was just too basic. You know, you can't just stack bricks on a model anymore. You have to do something more interesting with it. So that's what I'm trying to do with this, and I'm trying to get some really good angles there on the sides, and using these new pieces that LEGO has come out with, these half tiles here, the half triangle tiles, and then I'm using under here this kind of a technique to get them to be sloped in the way that I want them to, right there, with the headlight brick. And so that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm using some cheese slopes here to give it another nice little slope, and then there's the window there. So that's how everything is connected here, and it's looking really cool. And then I have a little steering wheel right there, I think, as well. I think that's going to work as a steering wheel. But then we have the window, and the main thing that I want to do with this Warthog is I want to make it like actually minifig scale. I want to make it very well scaled to minifigures, because, you know, there's a lot of Warthogs that were already people have done so many Warthogs. You know, there's the Warthogs are a dime a dozen in the LEGO community, but a lot of them are just too big, I think. And so I want to make it one that is accurately scaled to minifigures using this windshield piece right here. These are just bricks. It's a brick built windshield. And then I want to use these tires here. They're not like the big ones. They're just like kind of the mid-sized tires. And then I'll have the tires there in the front like that. And then I think that will go really well with this new Mombasa police car that I already have here from a long time ago. So we have the tire here. We're going to do some more work on it right now. We're going to try to do the sides. I need to figure out how to get a nice sloping aside to go along with this right now that I already have. And then I'm building it in dark gray, and then we're going to do it in white after we do the dark gray. I might have to buy some pieces in white because I don't know if I have any of these in white yet. Alright, you guys, so we have more of the side done. This is what I'm doing for the side of the model, and it's looking really good. Actually, the angle, I love the angle. I don't know how accurate the angle is, but I just like that it is very angled on the side, because the front profile of this is going to look absolutely amazing if the angle is like that. It's just going to look so dynamic and like realistic, I think. So that leaves enough room for two minifigs as well, because there's enough room for the other one's arm on this side, using that plate right there with the stud in the middle. So that's going to look really good. And then I need to figure out the back. We're going to have the tires right here. Oh my gosh, I think that's just going to look so cool. And then I came up with this for the tire. I'm going to use these steering wheel pieces to give it a nice looking hubcap there. A very rugged looking hubcap. And then this is going to be in the front, just like that. So that is going to look absolutely amazing, I think, when I'm done with it. All right, everybody. So we built a little bit more on the Warthog here. We actually built a lot more. We made a lot of progress since the last update here. We finished the sides of the Warthog. We finished the pretty much the entire chassis of the Warthog. We attached the wheels where they're supposed to go. We just use a very simple technique here to attach the wheels to the body, just as simply as I could do it, but also just trying to get them to be in the exact right position so they look actually good on there. So that's how we attached them, with just that brick right there, and then they just click into place right here. And then we did change the windshield a little bit. We raised it up by one plate, so it's actually one plate higher than it was before, now with these wedge plates on the bottom. That is just so that when you look at the Warthog from the front like this, you actually can't see the minifigure, because the minifigure is supposed to like be able to sit all the way inside it without being seen. So I didn't want I had to raise it up a little bit to make it a little bit higher, so you wouldn't be able to see the minifigure from the front of the Warthog like this. And then we did these side struts here for the windshield. I really like how these look. I'm not really sure how accurate they are. I don't know if they're this big on the real Warthog, but I think they look pretty good here. And I like how flush they are against the side of the Warthog right here. The side is redesigned as well. So as you can see, we used this kind of a technique here. It's actually built upside down, and we used these pieces here. We used a headlight brick to kind of make it with some snot techniques there, and then we used a plate here to make this side right here slightly thicker than this one right here, but not too much thicker like it was before. This is what we had before. So this right here was a lot thicker than this one, and I think that is not very accurate. I wanted it to be a little bit closer in thickness. So I think I might try to keep on working on it and see if I can come up with an even better way to do the side right here. But if I can't, then I think I'm going to go with this version right here. And I think that I do actually want to redesign the windshield of this Warthog. I want to see if I can come up with a better way to do the windshield and try to use a snot technique with plates and build it so it's like perfectly flush and there's not this flat area right here, because I don't think that looks very good. So we have designed, actually, I think that this looks absolutely insane. I just completed this, and I think that this looks so accurate to what it's supposed to look like. It is a little bit tall, I would say, but I think that that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I don't really know exactly if it's like a lot taller than the original one was. So I think that this is going to be my new windshield here. I cannot believe that I was able to actually do this in such a small space. Everything in here is just barely fitting. So let me show you guys how I did this. So this is two tiles here. And then this is the only piece that is attaching these two tiles to the actual windshield piece. So they just attach right there. And what's happening here is we have one of these hinge bricks right here, and it hinges out, and that's what attaches those tiles right here. And this whole thing can actually come out fairly easily. So here is the whole windshield just taken out. So it's all just packed in there. All the technique is packed in there, and everything just barely fits. But I was able to make it work, and the minifigure can still sit down, and there's still a steering wheel right there that I was able to attach to these pieces right here. And what I love about this is that it even has this little like gray. There's black, and then it goes gray, and then it comes out gray, and then it goes back to black over here. So if you look on a picture of the real Warthog right here, you can see that little gray thing that comes out on the windshield right there, that's what this seems to perfectly represent to me. So that is so cool that I was able to get that little gray piece even on this design here. And you know, the windshield I feel like it is a little bit tall, you know, but I think that is still I'm willing to have a little bit of a tall windshield in exchange for like a super accurate windshield like this is right here. I just love how this looks. So we're going to continue working on this. This windshield is finished now. We're going to try to redo the sides. We're going to do the machine gun on top, and we're going to see how it looks. All right, everybody. So I think that we are actually getting pretty close to finishing this. So this is what I did right here for the side. I fixed the side, I think, right here by actually using a fairly simple technique here. I was trying to do, like, I think I just was overcomplicating it before by trying to do like all this snot techniques and just make it really weird. But right here, I just have a straight sideways piece, and then it attaches to the side right here using a 1x1 brick with one stud on one side right there. So it's a very simple connection, unlike the other ones were. And there's no little spaces either in it like there was in the other ones because of the usage of the headlight brick. So I think I like that the best. Leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts on it. The other side, although the other side does have an update as well. So I didn't change this side yet, This is the first version, and when I put the new windshield on, I can actually add a cheese slope right there, and it makes it really like perfectly flush there, so you can't like see it going down like you can on this side. But I still think I like the other side better. But leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts on it if you guys like this side better. This is like kind of perfect here with the cheese slope there. It really matches up perfectly, but I still think this area right here is just too thick. As for the machine gun on the top, it is not nearly done yet. It's kind of just a rough draft. I just wanted to see what it looks like, and it does look epic up there. That is awesome. And when you do actually when you even put a minifigure on the back of the Warthog, if he were standing right here, it would be in the perfect position for him to actually shoot it. So that's a very good right there. So I just need to fix the design. I couldn't figure out a way to do like a 3-barreled machine gun at this scale like the real Warthog has, because the real Warthog has like a 3-barreled machine gun on the top. So I tried to like put like 3 bars together with a rubber band, but it didn't work very well. So I still need to see if I can do that. Otherwise, I just might go with something simple like this, like a 1-barrel machine gun, and just take some like creative liberty with it. And then right here, it's kind of amazing how this actually just worked out. So when I made the windshield here, and I was able to put a brick right here, then I was able to put the roll bar here in the center, and it worked out perfectly. It just lines up right there with the end of the windshield, so I'm not really sure how that worked out, but it did. And then we have right here, we have these side things here, and if you put a 1x4 tile in the center right here, I was able to attach it with this piece right here in the center, right there. And then if you put this tile down, and then you put clips on these side pieces here, they match up just perfectly and go right underneath the tile there. So it's like a perfect connection for the roll bar on the Warthog. So that is literally all just by chance. I didn't even mean for that to happen. It just worked out, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. So I literally don't have to do anything else right here. This is like a really good design for the roll bar on the back of the Warthog. So yeah, sometimes when you're building Legos, you know, sometimes the geometry, it just works out. You don't even have to do anything. So I was just editing the video here, and I thought I was finished with this Warthog. But I was looking at the front of it that I made, and I know that I can actually do better than what I have built right here. So I've taken the windshield off, and we're just going to take off this front part here. I just really didn't like how it was like meshing and how simple it looked and how it was meshing with the side of the Warthog. So we're going to try to redo this right now and make the front better. And if I can't make a better one, then we'll just go back to the old version. But I know that I can actually do a better front than that. And it'll look a lot better once I'm finished with it. Alright everybody, so we actually did something really awesome here. We made a absolutely perfect front, I think, for the Warthog right here. And I just like how it goes a little bit further over the wheels than the other one did. And I was able to angle these slopes here on the side to kind of really give a nice transition to this cheese slope right here. Previously, it was like really like just abrupt with this old front because this was just flat on the side there. So I was able to get a really nice angle with these slopes here using this kind of a technique. I pretty much just attached them with one of these new pieces right there, and then they just attach right on the inside of the hood right here, and then you can like pretty much adjust them to whatever angle you want them to be. They're adjustable like this way, and like that way as well. And then these just kind of come up right here and fold in, and they match up really well. And this whole thing is actually like built together as one unit here. So here's the bottom part. It just worked out really perfectly, I think. And now I just need to figure out a new way to get the hooks on the bottom, those signature Warthog tusks there. I need to figure out a way to get those to be underneath the hood, because there's not really as much space as there was before, and it's not going to be as simple as just doing using the brackets like I did before as well, because there's nowhere to attach brackets on this new one. Okay, so I think I've figured it out here. I just placed the hooks on either side of a bar here, and then I used a neck bracket to attach a plate in between them to represent the winch. I was not able to get like a nice round winch like I had on the old one. There's really just no way to attach like a round piece in between this, just because it would be either too far back or too far forward. So I think that this ingot piece here represents the winch fairly well, and I could always just use a flat tile and put a sticker on it as well. I thought I could use a sticker too, and that would be very accurate. And then this piece right here just attaches to the front of the Warthog with a kind of like a rudimentary technique, I guess you could say. It's one of these plates here with a clip turned sideways. So it's not like anything super technical. It's just a sideways plate with the clip on it, and then it's just held in right here very nicely, just like that. And then this should be able to fit over the top of it. This is the hood part right here. And I think that looks really nice there. And then we can reattach the windshield as well. The windshield is actually all built as one piece as well, as you guys saw before. So we can put this back on the inside right here. And this is going to look really awesome right here. And that looks really freaking good. That is so nice right there. And you can adjust these pieces right here to any angle that I want them to be, which is very, very nice because they match up right here and right here with this line coming down. So that is a perfect Halo Warthog hood there. Much better than the old version. So that just kind of goes to show, don't take your first iteration of something as the only way that you can do it. There's always a better way to do it. So keep on trying new ways to do things when you're building your own MOCs. And we also finished the back as well. This was before I actually tried to do the new hood. The back has these red things on it to represent like the gas cans that are on the Warthog in the game, in like a certain version of it in the games. Not all of the Warthogs have the gas cans, but I just wanted to have the gas cans on my version just because they look cool. It's really it's all kind of like connected in the back area here. It's not like the greatest. I feel like it's still, I'm not really like 100% satisfied with the way it looks. I think it'll look better once I get some black neck brackets right here to replace these light gray ones with. But this is how everything is connected right here. And then this is inside right here. That's just sitting in there being held in place by the machine gun. And then we have a bar in there to connect this right here, this whole gas can assembly, and then this is just connected to the bottom. So it's not perfect. I feel like I wish I could figure out a better way to do the gas cans and like the whole back part, but it's so hard because this area right here is less than 4 studs in length. So if I try to put a 2x2 brick in there, it doesn't fit quite right because these are on like inset a little bit with these headlight bricks. These pieces, these side pieces right here. So it's a very difficult space to work with, but I think that I'm like at least a little bit happy with how this looks right now. If I can find a better way to do it, again, we will do something else once I have a chance to mess with it a little bit more. But for now, I think that looks pretty dang good there for the back. Leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts on that. But I'm also finishing up these 2 new Mombasa Police Genets right here. This one was kind of like halfway complete, and I just finished most of it. I just need to get the wheels. The wheels for this, I did like a really kind of interesting way to make the wheels the perfect size. I actually stretched one of these small tires here over one of these tires. It is just one of these small tires stretched over one of these little slightly larger tires here, and that's because these tires need to be like a very specific size to fit inside this wheel well right here, and I can't use like any existing tires because they have to fit over a minifigure head to attach to the axle right here, which is just a brick right there. So it's a very difficult spot, and but tire stretching, you know, it kind of works sometimes. I used to see a lot of people like stretching tires to make like kind of like custom tire sizes, but now you don't really see it very much anymore. But for this Genet, this is what I have to do. So I just recently, they sell these at LEGO stores, so you can like buy some more of these at the LEGO store on the pick-a-brick wall, so that you can actually have some that are like new that you can stretch. You can like pretty much ruin them, and you don't have to worry about ruining the ones in your collection. So definitely buy some new ones of these if you're gonna do this technique. But I just need to stretch for 3 more of them for the other wheels, and then this Genet will be complete right here. So that is what we have for the squad right now. I still need to do a whole bunch. I still need to make the actual new Mombasa Police Officer minifigures. I still need to design these stickers for the Warthog for the new Mombasa Police version. I still need to buy parts so that I can make a white version as well as a dark green version of the Warthog, and I need to make some civilian versions of the new Mombasa Genets here. But I think since this video is getting a little bit long, we will save all of that for a part 2 of this video, where we will continue to build the Halo New Mombasa Police Department squad. So be sure to leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more LEGO MOC updates, and so you don't miss part 2 of this video. And I will see you guys in the next video.